Oh, it's a beautiful night at Baum-Walker Stadium. Arkansas welcomes in the Missouri State Bears, a midweek series. It's a great day for baseball for those with 2 or 4 legs. You see Arkansas up near the top of those SEC standings, but always a challenge to get through these midweek games without a loss. The country. 3-2 the count to Bogenpol. Little different alignment defensively for the Razorbacks. Little different starting lineup as well. And that's down the middle for strike 3 called. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 3.
5 for 14 in those last 4 ball games. So he's seeing the ball well and hitting it hard.
And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Gage Wood has faced 2 and struck out 2 Bears. Had an even better season this year. He got jammed just a bit. Jones was playing deep. This is a long run charging in. And how about Stovall making an over-the-shoulder catch? Tucker, we're not complaining. It's good to see an 8 on the first number of our temperature. That's a good 2-strike swing by Stovall. Beating the shift, poking it out to left, and starting the bottom of the first with a Razorback single.
Base because he doesn't know if that ball's going to get through or not.
Just smokes one into center for a base hit at 104 off the bat of Peyton Holt. So the Peyton's off to a good start. Stovall and Holt, and 1-run game. Here's Sprague-Lott, good bunt. Third base side. Beaver with some hesitation, and those who hesitate lose. And Sprague-Lott's going to get a base hit. 3 straight singles by Arkansas to begin the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, Brett, you're exactly
I take it
right.
Fahiva Aloy, skies one in the air. Deep center field, back to the fence, and 4 will score again. Another grand slam for the Razorbacks. Fahiva Aloy, his 11th of the season. A big fly and 4 batters in. Arkansas with a 4-0 lead. Every one of their grand slams has come midweek.
I'd put a smile on your face. Got to look like a breaking ball up in the zone. You knew he hit it pretty well. It didn't get out by much. I think that showed 406 on the.
They've all been midweek, so it gets back to my point.
I think so. And they've all been at home, haven't they? Well, they played almost every midweek game at home, so that's a pretty easy one.
That's an easy deduction. Wave and a miss by Helfrich for the first out. Bit of McLaughlin, who leads the team in a lot of offensive categories, and Wagner with a little chopper. Nice pickup with a bare hand by Beaver to flip to first to retire Wagner for out number 2.
He thought that ball was rolling a little too fast to do that bare hand, but
I'm superstitious. 2-1. This ball has a chance to go. In the air to right, Stewart back looking for room. He makes the catch, and Troy the Wind knocked that one down.
Boy, it really did. And
there's a chopper to third. Arkansas had 3 infielders on the left side of the diamond. The sure-handed Sprague-Lott makes the play to retire Goddard to begin the second inning. Time tonight trying to get on against Gage Wood, and Wood will win the battle. That is 3 strikeouts for Gage through 5 batters faced.
And these are some Missouri State Bear hitters that can really swing the bat. So Gage,
a Razorback, and homered against them as a Tiger. He's going to bounce one to the right side. Stab by Wagner. Flips to Gage Wood, covering in time to complete another perfect inning. 6 up, 6 down from Gage Wood. Arkansas off to a good start midweek against Missouri. One of those. White leading off the bottom of the second. Going to lift one out there to left, and Gollard's going to glide in and make the catch for the first out. Troy, make sense of some numbers for Hudson White for me. He was hitting .268 in SEC games, only 2/3.
Was at Texas Tech a season ago, but you're talking about a guy that can really hit, and sometimes hitting just gets in your head in a negative way.
I was going to say Edmondson, who was batting there, was 0 for his last 16, but he's flipped that. Arkansas's flipped the lineup for Stovall, who singled his only time in. Edmondson off and running, got a great break, and that one goes into center field. Leach threw it away, but Edmondson can't find his helmet. He's a little bit locked up. He'll stay at second base. Little tapper to first. Kelly's going to have to quickly field to Beaver. That was somewhat close, but Stovall retired for the second out.
Really good hustle by Peyton Stovall. I mean, move that runner up, but there are 2 outs. So.
The 2-1. He's a little chopper. Is he going to get himself a swinging bunt? He is. Another hit, an RBI as Edmondson scores, and Arkansas play to their 5th. Off and running is Holt. That pitch gets away from Leach. Holt will stop at second with the stolen base. Ended Saturday night, and DVH said go out and start another one. Trying to do that today, although Sprague-Lott will take strike 3 to end the inning. So the Razorbacks get a run on the hit batter, the stolen base, and the infield single. Hudson White wants this pitch down. He got it. He also gets away with a miss. And down. White shifts outside late. That's a shift beater by Logan Chambers. He might get 2 out of this. Edmondson gets there quickly, and Logan Chambers gets the first hit. He's the first base runner for Missouri State this evening.
Well, I think if Logan Chambers
so far, going to get a pop-up here. And Jones will watch that ball work away from him a bit, and he'll make the catch. For the second out, well, when Missouri State comes to town, it's always fun to talk with and about. One of the few times you're not out there in a parka. That pitch is outside. The throw will bounce. It's close, and it's going to be in time. Chambers erased. Aloy put the tag down, and down 5 runs. The Bears will end the inning on whatnot.
Yeah, I think that was a very exciting team, and you're right. It did really put the program. It was already on the map, but it just kind of solidified it where it was almost kind of like a must-have ticket.
I think it's great training for
Sure.
Nate, but it's also he's curious on what his offensive guy's thinking. And that curve is up and in, so Helfrich will take the walk and back-to-back free passes. But I think when you might throw in a Helfrich as a DH and then you've done for me.
Wow.
I mean, he's done more for me than I could ever do for him. Jack Wagner is going to single into left field. Aloy's going to go to third. He's going to be waved in. The throw comes, and then it's cut off. Aloy will score, and Arkansas scored 6. I thought that was going to go through to the plate, but it was cut off.
As that ball leaves your hand, you're kind of like, uh-oh.
First 3 have reached this inning. And Jones will wave and miss. First out of the inning is a strikeout. It's likely to run.
That's right. Maybe they're trying to stay out of that double play.
That ball blistered to the gap in right center field. Nobody's home, and it's going to take a bounce and roll towards the warning track. Here comes Helfrich. Wagner around third will slam on the brakes. We just about had a horse race at Oaklawn right there with one on the heels of another. So Helfrich scored. Wagner had to slam on the brakes. Edmondson trying to break out of an 0 for 16, and that's not going to do it. Infield fly is not called, so just here's a payoff. Hard hit, and it's by Rodriguez. 1 run will score. Here comes White to the plate, and Arkansas has scored 9, and we're still in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Not sure.
I'm still a show me person.
Squibb to first. Kelly will smother it and retire Peyton Holt for the first time, and we have completed 3 innings. Arkansas has had a pair of 4-run frames. And that is down, and that is ball 4. Bogenpol, he's not afraid to take his walks. That is
About down to 5 seconds on the pitch clock.
He's taking this timer down to 1. Well timed. Wave it a miss. So Dawson gets the K. Didn't have quite a Kerstad stance right there, but there's something that makes me think of them. Like maybe that, just hitting bullets into right field for a base hit. That is the 2nd hit for the Bears.
Yeah, Stewart can just hit. Some guys you just look at. Coach from Missouri State. It took the fans a little bit to get used to it.
Yeah, that was back in the heyday. That's ball 4. So a couple of walks and a single have loaded up the bases with 1 out for Nick Rodriguez.
It's going to be a mound visit.
A subplot to that as Rodriguez bats, and he's going to stroke 1 out into right center field. It'll drop for a base hit. We might have a chance for a force at second, and that will not be the case. A base hit from Rodriguez makes it a 9-1 game. I think to finish my thought, the other part is beating up on some teams midweek.
Guy that, I think it was he just now 21? I think that got him.
Sure did. I thought maybe it went through his legs or maybe ended up in the glove of White without getting him, but then the hobble and the exclamation from Dylan Leach will get him an RBI the hard way, and all of a sudden
Run so much, they said, hey, just try to throw it down the middle. It's going to move.
he could use a strikeout. And on demand, he gets the K of Sutherland for the second out of the inning.
That was a splitter right there. It had little.
This is Logan Chambers on the ground, and it found a perfect spot between Stovall and Wagner. It's going to play to run and maybe two, and the Bears do indeed get two out of the Logan Chambers single. All of a sudden, it's a 9-4 game. It's hard to get much real estate between Stovall and Wagner in that positioning, but when you hit it hard at 113 miles an hour, that man to bat this inning, he flied to right his only time in. Oh my goodness, that took the helmet right off his head. The second hit batter of this inning to go along with two walks. Fortunately, it looks like Epstein's okay.
Boy, that just kind of just doing a strength test right there. And this is almost just self-defense of just throwing that forearm up to protect his face.
I mean, it seems like a great idea to keep you from getting hit in the helmet. Fouch trying to end this inning. He's going to get one in the outside corner for strike three. That was something else. 10 batters come to the plate in the fourth inning. They talk about baseball, though, being an everyday deal, and Sprague-Lott will take ball four. And this for Arkansas, their last midweek stretches, today and tomorrow. And then they'll just jump into the weekends and whatnot. But it is weird when you go 3 or 4 days without playing. Even see if Sprague-Lott might be off and running. He does not. Payoff pitch is strike three called. I think that was a good pitch.
Yeah, it was. Down in the end.
Not like Fahiva to go down looking, but he was.
See a lot of them.
No, it's a valid point. Again, he only has a handful of at-bats and hits on the year, but we all remember those 3 home runs. That one is smoked, fair, inside the bag at third and down into the corner. Sprague-Lott is going to go to third base. The ball kicked away, and it's going to result in Sprague-Lott coming all the way around and scoring an RBI double from Helfrich, and Arkansas has reached double figures with 10 runs. 10 runs on 8 hits. Down in the dirt. Helfrich is going to try to advance. It's close, and he's safe, but the ball did kick away. I thought for a split second he might have been on his way to being erased.
Just hit it over the 4 outfield shift.
That was an outfield shift. There's only one infielder on the right side, and he's the man who's going to catch the pop-up, and that is Kelly to retire Wagner. For the Golden Spikes, will Arkansas and A&M play for maybe an SEC championship? Jones will rifle one into center for a base hit. It'll drop. Home to score is Helfrich, and Arkansas has plated 11 runs. And good to see Jason Jones with a swing, a hit and an RBI. I think that means, and Jones is off and running, no throw offered. Every Razorback starter at. Payoff pitch, lifted to center. Bogenpol has plenty of room. And the catch is made to end the inning. Arkansas tacks on 2 more. No shortage of runs tonight. Hogs up by 7.
Hustle over to get in the shift.
Cody Kelly drives one to center field, and Holt doesn't have to deke anybody here. He'll just get back and make the catch. They get a little trim, maybe?
I don't know. The flow out of the back is looking pretty, really kind of pitching around him, but that's what you're supposed to do is go get him and just never really challenge Stewart.
1 out walk.
He ended up on the other side.
He did. Had some sweep. See what Hewlett does. 1-2. Came back in there. Got the swing and a miss. 2 outs. That's a good sign to get the right-hander knowing there's another lefty on deck. Good. Second walk of the inning.
And both the left-handed batters.
Both to the lefties. You know Dylan Leach is a switch hitter. Remember, he batted with the bases loaded. Next pitch on the corner. Strike 3 called. And Hewlett featured a little bit of everything. Couple of walks.
Town around Springfield. The other one, Willard or?
Well, Edmondson is hit by a pitch for the second time, and I don't think either one of them hurt, so he'll take it. Stovall lifting one to left into the corner. A play is there for Gollert, and he'll make the catch. Edmondson has to hustle back to first. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Back to him having a good attitude and a team player early on when he wasn't playing.
Bogenpol will camp underneath it to make the catch. And listen, when you're a second baseman who was playing some third, and now you're playing some left field, you're playing some center, that's...
The 4 o'clock start will help you out a little bit tomorrow.
It might. Off and running is Edmondson. Doesn't matter. Wave it a minute. Sixth inning. 7-run. Arkansas advantage. And this one is skied out to center. Peyton Holt is there, and he's got it for out number 1. And that's going to bring up... That's your pitch. I don't see why you wouldn't throw it. Wave and a miss, and McIntyre wins the Bryant battle. No smirk, but I bet that hard hit right to third. Gobbled up by Sprague Lott. Easy flip across in time, and McIntyre has a perfect inning. He got his buddy Logan Chambers with a strikeout. Fahiva Loy leads off. Hard hit right to third. Couple of bounces to Sutherland. He's got it. And retires Aloy, so he had a grand slam, 1 pitch into his night, but now he's 1 for 3.
Now batting number 27.
That's into the shift. Backhanded by Rodriguez. Airmails that throw, and it nearly took out Corey the trainer and about 2 other yellow hats.
Just don't hurt Corey. He's too
Don't
valuable.
hurt. McLaughlin will bat. Facing a lefty here, and he's going to wave and miss. So that wasn't a great deal of fun.
Billboard on your wrist.
So I was watching the Missouri, and that's strike 3 to Jason Jones. I'll save that story for later. Arkansas strands a runner, 6 complete. Bears down 7. And Arkansas's 27-game home winning streak came to an end. Caglione had the grand slam in the 4th. Arkansas walked him 4 times intentionally as Bogenpol walks here. And what I found interesting is after the game, deviated the circumstance.
And another walk, and that's what happens.
That's what happens. Free base runners. Arkansas done an amazing job not walking guys. This Kelly at first. And the 1-2. Ground ball to third. Speared nicely by Sprague Lott, and it's going to be the beginning of a chance for 2. But Stewart reaches. That's about everything Arkansas can do to try and get a double play, but Stewart was not to be denied, and there's Bears on the corners with 1 out. What a pick by Sprague Lott. Lifting one to deep left. Back goes Edmondson to the wall, and it is gone. A 3-run homer for Gollert. All of a sudden, this is an 11-7 game. Fans being told to throw that ball back. He's holding on. Gollert was the guy who had 2 grand slams in 1 game last year and also had a walk-off homer later on in the season. Feet on the 3-run homer.
Yeah, that was just a slider that hung right over the middle of the plate. Boy, as soon as you hit it, you can see the reaction of Edmondson out there. He just ran out of real estate.
Yeah, you drop a pop-up and don't get a double play, and you're kind of tempting fate a bit. Looking for an outcome.
That one for sure got him.
Okay. Well, so he was upset that he didn't get the hit by pitch, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. And that is a wave and a miss. Tag him out. Hudson White will. Sutherland K's to end the inning. But Bears do get 3 runs on 1 swing. The homer from Gollert.
He doesn't know where that baseball's going because he's fallen off first base so much. But that's
he
a
gets
great
the wave
pitch.
and a miss. Top 8 national seed where you can then host in the postseason. Edmondson would like to have that swing back. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the bottom of the 7th inning.
Got both the Wildcats and the Aggies that really can swing the bat and pitch.
Stovall lifting one to left, but he didn't quite get enough. And Gollert is there. He'll make the catch, and the Razorbacks go down in order. I think that's the first time tonight they have
A little head shake. Oh, Just going right at him. That's
Wave
the
it a miss.
changeup right there that lands. You get to watch Sponsor.
Tapper by the mound. There is Aloy throwing on the run. Gackles retired the first two that he's faced. Are you anticipating him finishing this game tonight?
I think so.
And then you just hope you can keep everybody.
Now that's a really good point.
Well, Gackle cruised through the eighth. Strikeout, ground out, strikeout. Trying to shorten this game. Hogs remain up by, looking for his third hit. Comebacker. Well, that's a welcome to the game moment by Syverson, and he's going to get the out at first. Boy, Jake wasn't just barely warmed up, and all of a sudden he's playing a ball off him. And it's a big factor, and then the prediction of size. Sprague Lott lifting one high in the air, deep left field. Woo pig, that's in the hog pen. Jared Sprague Lott with the no-doubter. Arkansas's bats have been quiet over the last few innings, but that is run number 12 on the night. For number 12.
Boy, he had a lot of leverage behind that swing. Sometimes you can just tell right off the bat, and the second that ball was hit, it just sounded different. 402 feet. I mean, he took a giant swing.
He did. That was like Beltre's swing from the Rangers, when you're just about convulsing every muscle you have to launch. There's Bergman thrown into the fire, so to speak. It's a wave and a miss. Down goes Aloy. Arkansas softball was at UCA tonight. They won 8-0 in 6 innings. The runners with walks and hit by pitches and 3 errors tonight. Well, that will end the 8th inning. Arkansas does get an insurance run in the Sprague Lott homer. On we go to the 9th. Bears down to their final 3 outs. Bears will be at home against Murray State this weekend. That one's hit a mile in the air. And Sprague Lott, the third baseman, well, he was circling all over the place. Makes the catch for the first out.
That one had some hang time on it. Sprague Lott.
Be a dangerous squad in the conference tournament. It's a wave and a miss. So Faraday's gotten a pop-up and a strikeout. 14 strikeouts for Arkansas. Jake Faraday will get the wave and a miss to finish off the 12-7 Arkansas win, and the Hogs remain undefeated in midweek games.
Well, Brett, sometimes they say you have to win ugly games, and this one definitely wasn't the prettiest of games, but Arkansas, again, just continues to take care of business in these midweek games. They just roll right along, had a bunch of pitchers, but a good win for Arkansas.
Yeah, taking care of business, I would agree. TCB, and because maybe not as expertly pitched as before, giving up 7 runs, but still finding a way to chalk up another W. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central Time start for Game 2 of this midweek series. For Troy Eklund and our entire crew, I'm Brett Dolan, thanking you for tuning in. Once again, our final score from Baum-Walker, the Hogs